Hello. Hello. It is April 2nd, 2019, and we're coming to you live from an airport hotel near Baltimore, Maryland. We've been on the road to WrestleMania. We were in Hershey, D.C. Now we're in Baltimore. The last 3 days have been electric. A lot has happened in our world, your world, and let's get to it. Joining me are the Roadhawks. It's very late. That last particular bird chant call there, we could have done without. It's a little bit loud. That was once again Boston Connor. Every time we do this, he fails to remember that there are people 6 inches away from us on the other side of the wall, but he is here, valuable member of the Roadhawks. At Viva Lazito is here. At Evan Foxy's in the corner over there. Great story to start off this trip for Evan Foxy. We'll talk about that momentarily. At Ty Schmidt's behind the board, and at Franklin Moraldo's here. Boys, this has been a hell of a trip.
Oh, yeah. It's been, Lady Hawk's performing well, though.
Lady Hawk is our RV that we rented from a lady in Kentucky. The lady in Kentucky thought she was renting it to a couple 40-year-olds, maybe 50-year-olds who are looking to midlife crisis their way across the fucking country. No. They sold it to Zito and Connor. I was not even there. Yeah. The lady said that she thought about changing her mind on letting you rent.
She was about ready to change her mind up until we were putting pen to paper there for a little.
Well, you signed the contract. You got it done. We got Lady Hawk flying around. She's wide open at about 70 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. Okay, been driving her around these parts of town here. We get to Hershey where there was a WWE live event. We got to film a lot of things in the camera. That'll be coming out on the WWE Instagram tomorrow and the WWE YouTube. And when I say this, even if you're not a wrestling fan, entertaining stuff.
Very much so.
Oh, yeah. Electric.
I had my shirt off at one point with a guy who has a 10-pack. You're going to want to see that. That's must-see. We drove to D.C. through the night. We got up yesterday in the nation's capital with 0 plans.
None.
We're like, you know what? We're going to stop by a diner. This show's about to get good. Not as good as the tickets you can get with SeatGeek. Hey, SeatGeek has the greatest tickets on earth. You know why? Because they're at the best prices. You want to know why?
Why? Yeah.
What's that?
You want to know why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I said. What's that?
Because they scan all the other ticket buying platforms, make sure you get the best bang for your buck. Oh. Whenever they see that a ticket's at a price at another place, they're like, we can beat that, can't we? Mm-hmm. We're your friends at SeatGeek. Because you know what we do? We make incredible deals for humans whenever they're making incredible memories for themselves. Because when you get tickets, it's not just a live event you're going to. It's not just a game. It's not just a show. It's not just a little play. It's not just anything you need tickets to. It's a story you're going to tell for the rest of your life. Hey, I remember when I went to insert name of thing you bought ticket to here, I had the time of my life. Hey, you remember we went to that WWE live show in Hershey? Oh. And there was a guy who was 45 years old with 2 kids and a wife who was fist bumping Seth Rollins from 75 yards away.
Oh, that was awesome.
Burn it down. It wasn't a ticket. It was that moment. Remember that. Every single game or every single show has one of those. Make some memories today. You're alive, but are you living? Go live with your friends at SeatGeek. Use promo code PAT and get $10 off your first order. And our hotel just so happened to be near the Capitol. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we walked past the Capitol because if we're here, we might as well get a selfie with the Capitol.
Yeah, you have to.
You walk past the anti-circumcision signs right there on your right. Yep. By the way, somebody spends every day of their life putting up signs in front of the Capitol, questioning people's rights to cut off foreskins of babies.
Looked like it was getting a lot of support.
There's 5 signs out there, 2 people.
You gotta respect the dedication there.
I respect that a lot. Yeah. I mean, I appreciate that they hate it so much that they do that. So we take a selfie there. I send a picture of the Capitol to Anthony Gonzalez, former teammate of mine with the Indianapolis Colts, who is now a congressman for Ohio.
Wow.
He DMs me back his phone number. He's like, call me. So I call him. I'm like, okay, hey, boys, I'm on the line with a congressman. Ooh. He goes, hey, what's going on, pal? I'm like, what are you doing, man? He's like, oh, I actually got the afternoon off for the next couple hours. He's like, what are you guys doing? I'm like, well, we're going to eat. He's like, oh, I'll join you. Meets us for lunch. We have a lunch with a sitting congressman. Mm-hmm. He lays out the entire State of the Union, by the way. Yeah. Learned a lot about the way the politics work here. I'm a normally pretty optimistic guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Zito?
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Optimistic?
I think I'm a pretty optimistic guy. I was a little bit shook by the way everything works after hearing the inside, but he's very optimistic about it. He's excited. He loves his job as a congressman. This is the first 3 months. He enjoys being able to hopefully turn the country around and all that stuff. But what he did after lunch, I had an incredible scrambled egg at this place called Ted's. Ted's, I guess, is where all the moving and shaking in D.C. goes on. Lobbies go in there. They order some brunches, some gnocchi.
Down there, Ted's got that good gnocchi. Sorry, Zito's infected my brain.
It was a good place. And I asked him afterwards, I'm like, is there any way we can maybe get a tour of the Capitol? You know, that's where he works. Just shoot my shot there. And he goes, absolutely. I go, really? He goes, yeah, no problem. He has this pin on his suit that says he's a congressman. And it basically says he can get in wherever the fuck he wants. Whatever he wants to do, he can get in. So we're just like the Motley Crue walking behind him. There's 6 of us behind him, right? One guy's in a suit. Ty is wearing an entire sweatsuit that's a mix-match sweatsuit, though. Like, it's not a matching sweatsuit. It's like Under Armour sweatpants, Nike hoodie. Like, you had to pick those and put that on. I'm wearing all sweats.
Adidas shoes.
And Adidas shoes. I mean,
you bet. Just going for comfort.
Look like Rocky Balboa.
we were just supposed to go to a diner and then come back to the Lady Hawk,
That's what I was thinking.
go to the arena. Instead, what happens? We meet up with a congressman. Shake hands, kiss babies. All of a sudden, next thing we know, we're in the goddamn the balcony of the House floor.
Speaker's balcony.
No, we're not the Speaker's balcony yet. We're at the balcony of the House floor.
Oh, right.
Where the State of the Unions happened, where AOC was wearing the white dress and the White Dress Brigade was there. Much smaller room than it looks on
Very
yeah.
small. Yeah. I was surprised.
A lot
Pretty
of
quaint.
A lot of history in that Capitol, by the way. There's bullet holes in one of the tables on the House floor, strictly because, and this is what I was told by other people who are smarter than me, a Puerto Rican conglomerate came in with a couple guns and shot him up. The holes are still in the table. That was like 30 years ago.
Separatists, yeah.
Separatists, there it is. There was blood on stairs in the Capitol.
That was a little trippy.
I know it's coffee.
It looked like coffee. I don't know how blood does on marble. Actually, I do. It looks like coffee. I do. I
Or
learned
like
that
no one
today.
cleaned it? Like what are they doing?
I don't know. I think that might be like a part of it. But there's a lot of attacks on this place where Gonzo works, and he was showing us around, walking us around. We see the original House floor where Abraham Lincoln's seat has a panel. It's like, yo, this is Abraham. Then there's a statue of Ulysses S. Grant. Is that the guy from the Confederate?
Oh, no,
Jefferson Davis.
Yeah.
Jefferson Davis, who is from the Confederacy.
President of the Confederacy, yep.
Pretty well-known bad guy.
Yeah, you bet.
Terrible person.
When it comes to the way America was founded and what we're looking for, the South did some things that were very negative. We don't like it, tried to hijack the country. There was a war about it. A lot of people grabbed guns. We went to war. We won a war. Ulysses S. Grant, though, is that his name? Mm-hmm. Pretty vital part of our country's history.
Oh, yeah, you
I
bet.
mean,
Sure.
the Civil War is a pretty massive part of it.
$10 bill.
So he has his... I don't think that's accurate at all.
I don't even know what he said.
He said $10 bill, I think.
Oh. No,
Grant? Who's on the
nah,
10?
it's Alexander Hamilton.
50.
Nope. I'm betting, and I'm going to say this. I don't think Ulysses S. Grant is on any dollar.
I believe Grant's on one of the bills.
He might be on the
He's
50.
on one of the bills. I
And
think
he's
it's the
50.
I can understand why people are pissed. Just for future reference, if there is an uproar about him being on a dollar, I could see why. You don't want to put that guy in your pocket. Kind of, maybe.
Who, you,
Be
you-
nice to
Ulysses was a
have that
Union.
guy on your side.
The guy who's the Confederate president?
No, Ulysses, not Jefferson Davis. Ulysses S. Grant.
Who's the guy from the South?
Jefferson Davis.
Jefferson Davis.
Okay, so I've been saying this. Jefferson Davis, then, is the guy that he's pretty massive part of the history with the Civil War.
Yeah.
There's a statue of him, okay? For a long time, he was a part of the statue. There's statues of everybody in this thing. You know what they did to make it right?
What's that?
Right across from the House floor, the original House floor from Jefferson Davis, bad guy, Rosa Parks is just grilling him. They built a statue of Rosa Parks grilling him. So that was a nice little piece of history there.
Yeah.
We went through, we learned all about the United States history, the politics, the everything, how it felt like we were going through an entire, like, what's that called? Political science.
Yeah,
Crash
poli-sci,
Yeah, poli-sci
little civics.
101.
Poli-sci, the whole thing. I feel like that. Then we walk through. There's a bunch of tours going on. They all got these fucking headphones on. Everybody's wearing these headphones. They're just getting a CD is telling them where they're at. We got a congressman telling us.
yeah.
No big deal.
And we keep going. We keep. Zito finds his favorite guy. His name is
Father Damien.
Father Damien. Look up Father Damien's statue in the house. Zito
Bossy ass
actually.
face.
Zito followed up with, do the people that have these statues, they get to see the statues before they die. And Congressman Gonzalez
Yes.
goes, pretty sure they're dead. Well, that's why they build statues of them. And Zio goes, so Damien didn't get to see his block statue? And Gonzo, I think he just walked away. Like,
He said he had to go to the bathroom. He never went to the bathroom. I will say, though, this is the equivalent of taking a photo and you have a double chin in it.
I think it's a lot worse than that.
I don't know. I hate when I have a double chin in a photo.
It's literally a SpongeBob SquarePants statue of a guy from Hawaii. It was the worst statue we saw today. We saw a lot of statues
We did.
A lot of statues today. So finally we're walking through and he takes us up like this back stairwell and then it's a double door system, like please be quiet. He had to get let in like it was a VIP access. Nobody was in there. We opened the door and all of a sudden, boom, we're on the Speaker of the House's balcony off the back. Nancy Pelosi's back balcony off of her office, which overlooks the Washington Monument, the circumcision protesters, and where we took our selfies just about 45 minutes beforehand. We were all of a sudden kings of the castle.
Yeah.
And that was a moment that we created on the internet that Foxy brilliantly. We should not have been where we were today.
No.
Most
Yeah.
exclusive view in Washington.
Incredible.
Yeah, there's been a lot of places that I shouldn't be, but that one is number one for sure on places I shouldn't.
The good news for Connor is he had his NASA hat on, so he felt like he was right at home there in the
Yep.
government.
Yeah, had to represent NASA at the White House.
You weren't at the White House. You were at the Capitol.
Oh yeah, Zito also rubbing off on me. Sorry.
So
Wait, we were at the White House?
all right.
Yikes.
Capitol building on Capitol Hill, guys. Come on.
The best part about, I think my favorite part of the day, underrated day, the Speaker's balcony was incredible. It honestly felt like we were in a movie up there. Felt like Charlie Wilson's War.
Yeah.
Felt like I was potentially in Charlie Wilson's War whenever they overlook his thing. It's just like all the monuments and everything. You have the best view I've ever seen. We go into the House floor area where they do all the voting. They take all of our electronics from us. Our phone, I had earpods things in there. They took that from me. They
Had to
took
take your Apple Watch off.
my Apple Watch, which I'm a big time Apple Watch wearer now because it saved one of my friends' lives for like apps. Seriously, they saved one of my friends' life. I'm not a watch guy. We've talked about it numerous times. Movement watches really changed it. Movement sunglasses, obviously. But this Apple Watch saved my friend's life. It told him he had AFib, which means his resting heart rate was like 3 times as high as it should have been. They get him to the hospital to save his life. So I was like, yo, that guy had a lot of
He
this.
was like 30-something, right?
30-some years old. That guy had a lot of the similar hobbies I had whenever we were in college together. I'm assuming my heart could potentially be acting the same way his is. I'm going to get one of them fucking Steve Jobs watches and hopefully save my life. So I'm an Apple Watch wearer. Had to take it off to get into the house floor.
Yeah.
No electronics.
Took our vapes.
Took our vapes, took everything from us. We'll talk about the vapes, by the way, because Connor set up a not shady delivery at all.
Trading stickers.
We'll talk about that later. We go in there. Gonzo's telling us all the history of everything. This is where this happens. This is where this happens. I sit over here. My wife sat here for the State of the Union. Melania was here. This is where AOC sat and the crew, right? Everything, right? We're going through it. And he's like, oh, let's go over to this other part. Cool. We get up and we go leave. And we're pretty much the only people in our section. It was kind of like an exclusive thing. It felt like we had the place to ourselves.
Yeah,
right?
for
I mean,
sure.
Like private tour.
a couple high schoolers over to the right, I guess, but they were kind of all by themselves. There was a lady who had the same pin on that Gonzo had, and she had her phone. Connor was the last one out, and Connor looks at her and goes, no cell phones.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Connor tells an African-American congresswoman that she's not allowed to have her cell phone where she's at, and then shuts the door in her face and just walks out.
Classic jib and jab.
No, it's not. You just showed up at this lady's work and just told her she's not allowed to do whatever the fuck she wants, but she is.
I mean, that's DC. It's the city of sin.
It's not accurate. It's just not an accurate. It's not an accurate title. Tells a congresswoman that she can't have a cell phone, and then I think you even told her to keep it down.
Well, there were tours going on. I mean, people couldn't hear.
So Connor tried to get us kicked out. We got to go see the balcony. It was fucking awesome. I mean, it was just a wild scene. And I don't know how many people go from the NFL to Congress, but Anthony Gonzalez, I think, has very big plans over there.
Oh yeah.
Very, very big plans. From Ohio, hard worker, went to Stanford, got his MBA. He's like a very intelligent guy. When I was teammates with him, he was always like the smarter guy on the I mean, he's just a good guy, and what he did for us today was incredible.
How about
Yeah.
his staff? He had a staff of
Yeah,
like 10
great
people
team
working
with
for
him.
him.
Bro, I completely forgot. We walked under the tunnels underneath the Capitol. across the street underground to where all the congressmen's offices are and where the senators' offices are. So we were just walking past all this shit. We walk in his office. It was a massive office. There's a team of 7. It's a staff of 7. There's a legislature side. There's another side. They got to read all these bills and then pass it through them. We gave them a standing ovation.
They deserved it.
We came in there and just started clapping for him as loud as we could. Never, ever in the history of fucking Parliament has that happened. Never. We're just screaming. I'm wearing a sleeveless hoodie. Ty looks like he literally just rolled out of bed. Foxy's still hungover from fucking 4 days ago when he showed up for the trip, just blacked out. I mean, we were just a terrible looking group of humans just wandering through. Devin Nunes, I guess, is one of the most powerful guys in the Republican Party, walks by us wearing a suit. Questionable shoes. I'm going to be honest. The shoes, unless they were some very impressive shoes that I didn't recognize, but they look like some basic ass, like Walmart.
Yeah, bought him at Kohl's or something.
Yeah, which, by the way, saving the people's money.
No, yeah, absolutely.
You got to do what you got to do. He gave the gun in a wink that Peyton gave me when the Red 18 thing walked by us, and we just looked like a bunch of fucking slapdicks. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. They had to be mime. I bet you there was meetings today about the meetings about us, but why the fuck was Gonzo letting us in there? And it's going to get Gonzo some votes.
Either that or we're going to see tomorrow he's been relieved of his duties.
That'd be magical. Absolutely magical. You can already tell by being this far into the podcast that you invested in your happiness today whenever you chose to listen to the Pat McAfee Show 2.0. Oh, yeah. You seen on the internet that we were on the road and that this was going to be a very late night in the hotel, and you're like, hey, I bet the boys are a little loosey-goosey. Oh, yeah. And you know what? You were right. This is a loosey-goosey show. But you know what we get? We give tight tips, guys.
Ooh, yeah.
Here's a tip. Why don't you invest in your brain?
Do it.
Why don't you invest in you?
Do it now.
Why don't you invest in your bank account? Why don't you invest with Robinhood? Robinhood is an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, options, and cryptos all commission-free. They strive to make financial services work for everyone, not just the wealthy. Excuse me. Not just the wealthy. Non-intimidating way for stock market newcomers to invest for the first time with confidence. It's simple and intuitive, clear design with data presented in an easy-to-digest way. So you're not just going in blind. You're going in there with an app that wants to look out for you, make it easy to know what you're doing. So if you're new, you're going to feel welcome because you don't have to be a genius to make money with Robinhood. Ain't that right, Connor?
That's right.
You've been making money with Robinhood.
I mean, I've been raking it in.
So, if you're listening, you know one thing. You're smarter than Connor.
Even a dummy like Connor can do it.
That's what I'm saying. That has to be a boost of confidence. Whenever you listen to the things that come out of this guy's mouth on a regular basis, and you're thinking, I'm definitely smarter than that fucking guy. He's winning with Robinhood. So what does that mean for you?
You can be winning.
Even the dumbass that you just thought all those thoughts about agrees.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I do.
Robinhood is giving listeners a free stock like Apple, Ford, or Sprint to help build your portfolio. Sign up at McAfee.Robinhood.com. That's MCAFEE.Robinhood.com. Robinhood. Free stock like Apple, Ford, or Sprint. Sign up right now at McAfee.Robinhood.com. Then we traveled to a mega mansion in Virginia. Got invited to a mega mansion. Former peer of mine at West Virginia University, former student body president at West Virginia, who has carried me out of the club, I guess, a couple times, a few times. He invited us over to
That is one of the duties as the president of West Virginia, the student president. You have to carry Pat out of the bar. Fucked up.
That's how you won the swung vote.
We had a lot to celebrate. We had a lot to celebrate when I was there.
Yeah?
I probably should have focused a little bit more, but hindsight's 50-50. Cam Newton said it. So we go to that guy's dad's house, and that guy's like the head alumni, I guess, from WVU. I did not know. I'm not very much in touch with the WVU alumni. I didn't graduate. I didn't even know I was an alumni until tonight. I was told I was an alumni because I went there. Nick, also a WVU alumni because he went there for 1 year.
Yep.
If you go there, you go there.
You guys, man. Look at you guys in one night, huh?
Hey, it's crazy. We both learned that, but we showed up at a house that it had 5 chandeliers in it.
Oh, beautiful.
It was a 20,000 square foot Italian chateau basically, that
Yeah.
this kid's that they ordered us Domino's pizza.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was
The
delicious.
painting and artwork in that place was surreal. The guy said that they hired an artist who was doing faux brick across the street. They caught him doing the neighbor's house faux brick, fake stuff. They said, "Do you want to come over here and paint our place?" And they let him go nuts. It looked like.
And the guy moved in. There was at least 50 paintings in that house. It looked like Pablo Picasso took a bunch of fucking Adderall and just started decorating. It was incredible. It was the nicest house. During the day, we're standing on Nancy Pelosi's fucking balcony, just overlooking the powers that be. And then, like 8 hours later, we're in this mega mansion. And then we're back in the Lady Hawk fucking getting passed by a big rig that's definitely driven by a method. The road is not cut out for people that are soft. I learned that today whenever there was this 18-wheeler that was going 95 miles an hour, driving through traffic, weaving through as if they were a fucking IndyCar driver. It was some of the most insane shit. If you hear about a guy driving a red truck in the tri-state area over here, we seen him and we knew he was going to die. We got him on GoPro. We GoPro'd his ass. It was
He had
crazy.
glasses and a mullet.
It was insane. So that's what our life has been. Anything else? Did I miss anything? Oh yeah, we're out on April Fools.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
Nick made me start questioning everything. You say everything is a lie.
I stayed off Twitter today because you can't trust anything. Nothing is real today.
Justin Bieber said that he and his lady were pregnant. and now-
Fake.
It was fake.
Not really.
Fake.
Brady said he was retiring, and even I didn't like that.
I mean, that was just
I'm
corny.
pissed about it.
That was a hack thing for Brady.
It really, really
exactly.
was.
I think Brady's social media presence is one that's impressive. I mean, the cartoons, everything, he takes it to another level, especially because he's the greatest of all time. So him playing in the internet space.
The Many Men, listening to Many Men by 50
Exactly.
Cent,
All this
you
is
know.
good. That little tweet thing that he did to announce his retirement, I'm going to tweet on the side, very hacky. That is unbecoming of Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's disappointing, really.
But I mean, he got in the dad April Fool's.
Yeah,
it was the
exactly.
dad April Fool's thing.
Also, great to have him. Welcome to Twitter, Tom.
Is Conor McGregor's Champ Rose a real thing? We don't know. We
no
don't
way.
care.
No.
Justin Bieber's baby, not a real thing. He's getting attacked for not being sensitive. How about that? People started coming after him for not being sensitive.
What, to
enough.
people who can't have kids or
I don't even know if they started grandstanding. They might be on that fucking lawn with them circumcision motherfuckers tomorrow.
Do you think
But-
Father Damien was a April Fool's joke by the Capitol?
That statue?
That had to be.
It looked like it.
They just threw it in there for that day.
Father Damien did not deserve that if that is the case. If that motherfucker gets remembered that way, his family should be pissed off.
Yeah, he looks like
Son Damien and daughter
had
Damien
to
should
be
be
April
having
Fools.
a problem with the way he is being ripped. If you're listening right now, Google Father Damien statue in the House or Capitol, I guess.
Yeah.
And imagine if you were Father Damien and you obviously did something great because they were thinking about putting a statue up of you, and that's what it ends up to be. I think it's like Deion Sanders' fucking mold a can.
Oh, the bust.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like Ronaldo's bust.
Oh,
that one
Ronaldo's
thing.
statue was terrible.
They're all pretty bad.
been the
but
same guy.
None of them are as bad as Father Damien's.
Yeah, no way.
That thing's terrible. So we're all out on April Fool's Day.
Yep.
Sam didn't even send me one like I'm pregnant or anything like that. So I'm kind of proud of Sam.
That's good.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
This is a big step.
Yeah. Giving up the old jokes.
We texted in the morning and I told her how bad I hate today. I was like, I hate April Fool's Day. Like, I think it's just stupid. Because somebody always say something that's just a little bit too serious, and it makes you go, hey, is this real or this would be a good PR spin by like the 5 o'clock Friday news dump? Like an April Fool's Day news, like real news dump. Good idea.
That is a great idea.
Yeah, something to think about. Whenever we run for president or whatever, or whoever runs for president next, no matter what the party is, think about saving the bad shit to come out for April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of fake. You know what I mean? Because that's real. Everybody could be lying to everybody about everything.
Yeah, and then it's just a debate forever. Did he actually do that, though?
How did April Fool's start? Did we look that up?
Yep.
What is it?
I got it right. Some historians speculate that April Fool's Day dates back to 1582 when France switched from the Julian calendar to the
Gregorian.
Gregorian calendar.
Hey, okay, Nick.
Thank
Come
you.
on, Nick.
But yeah, it basically happened that January 1st, they thought it was April 1st. And then that was like the whole thing.
I
Speculation.
hate what it is because the French are a part of this.
Yeah.
We knew
Should have
it.
known.
We knew it, didn't we? I mean, we absolutely knew the French were going to be a part of something like this. I think kids probably love it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a kid thing. You play some pranks, you have some fun. Your dad plays a joke on you. April Fools.
What's your biggest prank?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a big prank guy.
Yeah, you are.
I hope I die on April 1st.
Really?
Yeah.
And then come
it's
back
like,
April 2nd?
Then it's like Diggs' theory on Tupac.
Yeah,
and it's
forever.
like Elvis. And it's like, it was April Fool. Pat's a tricky guy. He's
on an island somewhere.
He said he was going to do it.
It's a Todd. It's a McComas holiday. April Fools.
Oh, my God.
Todd
I'm
is the
happy we
prankster.
were not around Todd
Oh
today.
God, I bet he was doing shit all day at the
Saran
office.
wrap on every toilet.
Slipping right off.
Yeah.
Take a shit.
pooping on yourself right away.
I'm not a big pranks guy, by the way. I don't. It's a lot.
Did you
of
guys do it in the locker room a lot?
I was part of a couple. I was asked to be a part of the group that was doing it, and the group that was doing it was the Illuminati of the team. So I was like, "Yeah, I'll do this for sure with you guys." In turn, I thought, "There's no way they'll get me if I do this." But it was kind of fun watching like professionals do it.
Yeah.
Which is basically, if I was to name the list of humans that were doing pranks like the night before training camp ended at training camp, it was mind blowing to me. Like they showed up at my door, and the rule number one was don't open your door. So if you get a late night knock, do not open the door because they're leaning one of them gigantic garbage cans against your door, and since you have all your shit packed, it's on the floor. So the garbage can is just filled with water. They knock on the door, you open it, that thing just dumps into your room.
Classic hotel hijinks.
Yes. Well, it was a dorm room.
Yeah. Same.
So I was asked to do it by the powers that be, and they knocked on my door, and I didn't answer it. And the person goes, "Pat, the fact that you didn't answer it is why we need you to answer it." And I was like, no. Right? I'm not playing these games. No way. So then the person put their hand underneath the door and was like, "You're good."
It's a fake hand.
No, I opened it.
Wow.
I opened it.
That's bold.
I opened it, and they were right. And they're like, "Come on."
Wow.
And I was like, "Here I come. Here we go. I'm in the group." Okay. Which also, by the way, I watch a lot of crime stuff, and I had a suspicious mind. I thought that meant they were going in my room to do something terrible.
Yeah.
But instead, it was the complete opposite. It was me and a couple other rookies' jobs to sprint, and we went into the staff dorm. So like where like the scouts were and the coaches and shit like that. I didn't even know that we could get in there. So like the players didn't even really get it. We went straight to the staff and the coaches' dorm. And I'm thinking to myself, like, this is a bad idea. And I look around who I'm with. I'm like, I mean, there's no way they're cutting these guys. There's no way. So it's like, all right, we're good. So we are going to get, there was this new PR guy on the team. And the PR team had to speak to the team during first day of training camp about like the Colts, what we choose to say, who we talk to, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
This guy was not a great public speaker. He's not a great public speaker.
Really unfortunate.
He was supposed to speak for 5 minutes. That thing was like 15, 20 minutes long at the end of like a 3-hour meeting. So he won over nobody during his thing. It was not a good speech either. He even would admit that it was bad. So he became target number one for all the OGs that I was with. So we go over, and to fill up the garbage can, you're not going to carry it from one dorm room to the other. You got to fill it up in the shower in the dorm. So we go into the coach's fucking shit, into the staff, into that thing. We go into the dorm room, and we just turn on a shower, okay? Dorms are pretty close to each other, so you just hear just turn on like 1 a.m., okay? Curfew's like 10 or 11. This thing's wide open. And we're all just standing in the individual shower stalls. I believe I'm standing in the one with the garbage can, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And Bill Polian walks in to brush his teeth. So Bill Polian's like about to go to bed. He walks in to brush his teeth, and the showers are like around the corner so that we poked our head out and saw him, and everybody like poked, and watching like these guys who are mega millionaires like hiding in the thing was awesome. Like we're all hiding in there. Bill Polian's like just brushing his teeth. And man, that guy, he did the entire like how long you're supposed. It was a long brush. And at this point, that garbage can is filling up pretty high, but I can't just turn off the shower because Bill Pulling's going to want to talk to whoever was in there, hey, a little late night conversation. So I just kept it running, and that thing just started overflowing. So now it's like a leaking sound coming out of it, and it sounds like it's hitting a pond. So it's like...
It sounds like he's peeing.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody has an incredible piss just coming down. So he finally leaves. We have to dump a couple out, but now we got to wait for him to get back to his room. He wasn't the fastest walker. He had bad hips. And we roll that thing over. We carry that thing over to the guy's dorm room, and you do the classic lean. And I was not called upon to do the knock and running part because I guess punter, I was being stereotyped. I couldn't be fast enough. So we waited in the stairwell, which was like 2 doors down, and a very fast wide receiver that was drafted in the same class as me was doing the knocking. So he goes, boom, 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 boom. And then he comes and runs the stairwell. You want to listen, right? You want to hear that thing crash because, what's all the work for here? We almost got caught by Bill Pulling. I was carrying this bucket of water at one point. At least we're going to stick around for it.
Yep. You need that pow.
Yeah, and we hear a what from the room. So it's like, all right, got to send out another bait out there, you know what I mean? So he goes back. Same guy goes back. Boom, 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 boom. Come running back. He goes, what do you want? Got to go back. Goes back and knocks again. Boom, 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 boom. And he turns the corner in the stairwell. You hear the door open, and you hear just then you hear a loud help. It was the saddest thing I've ever been a part of in my entire life. We sprint down. They obviously hear the door open. We go running out. You just watch all the lights on the dorm just come pop, 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 flying on. It was like I felt like a 12-year-old again, And it was that moment of that true help. Like, I heard real panic in there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not going to be a part of this again. I'm not going to do this ever again. I feel terrible. So I went to bed, and I guess there was another crew doing the same thing. And they did, like, 6 of the rookies, like, back to back to back to back. Like, all the same floor right next to each other. And we wake up the next morning, and there's, like, 14 to 15 cleaning ladies there, just mopping the floors below. Oh. So they're mopping the floors below. They're like cleaning it up, miserably mad, right? I'm just walking by like, I'll have a good day. And we get out to the field, and Jim Caldwell's like, we flooded the dorm. Can you guys not do that? And I, like, in my head, I'm like, what's Jim going to do? Does Jim have any idea who any of these people are that are doing it? Like, what is he going to do? Because I know the crew that I was with, there ain't nothing Jim Caldwell is going to do. I can tell you that right now. And he was just like, let's just move on and let's never do that again because the Colts have to pay for an entire redo of about a floor. And everybody's like, all right, let's get to it. Everybody just acted as if it didn't happen, and we just kept it moving. And it was literally, I'm like, this is why I hate pranks. It always ends up terrible. But that moment of like knock, 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 and then him hiding, I felt like a 12-year-old again. Like whenever we were doing something very dumb, and it was like that moment of like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Oh my God, is he going to help? Yeah, he did it. He did it. And watching all the lights turn on. That's the only thing I was ever a part of. Literally, because they didn't believe in... Peyton Manning was very adamant about not hazing. Very adamant. Because he was like, if you look at the great teams, normally they have big-time contributions from rookies. So the last thing we want to do is just make them think that they don't want to come to work there. It was a very adamant and against hazing thing. And at WVU, there wasn't much hazing either. I mean, we had to do a freshman show. We had to sing, and then that was it. I've never really been a part of any pranks.
Didn't somebody ship somebody's car somewhere?
Yep. I was about that. I was in the middle of that. I was involved in that.
Oh, so you were.
That was the same particular evening, though.
Oh, well, then, yeah.
That was the same particular evening. It just wasn't as big of a deal. I actually wasn't even like a part of that, but I did see it happening. So I like walked in the middle of it and I was like, oh, here we go. This is awesome. And somebody took one of the coach's cars. Said coach was also new and was ruffling some feathers around the team. Okay. Wasn't beloved by everybody yet. Okay, so he came in a little strong. Everybody ended up very much liking him, but he came in a bit strong. And there was a lot of people that are like, this fucking guy. So they get his car, and there's like a quad. So where the coach's dorm was that we were running out of at that time was to one side. Then the players' dorms were on one side, and then there was like the gym was on one side. So it really like a quad. Like whenever Will Ferrell said, like, "You're a quad," like I never knew what that meant until we got to this place, Anderson University. So they brought his car. Somehow somebody got in his room, got his keys from him. I think it was one of those cleaning ladies that had to mop for like fucking 48 hours. Get his keys, move his car into the middle of the quad. They dump, I don't know how many things of shipping peanuts in there, but it was, the entire thing was packed to the gills. And then they saran wrapped the entire car with like 10 saran wrap things, like up and down and underneath and all around, right? The whole thing. So the next morning, I see those people mopping, and then I walk it through the quad, and I see the fucking car there, and I'm just laughing like, this is the NFL, man. This is crazy. So then, obviously, there was not even a word said by Jim Caldwell about the car, by the way. It was just like, guys, we flooded the fucking thing. Like, can we not do that? So it was a coach that I worked with, and he was obviously visually distraught, you know. And I was like, what's wrong, man? He was like, lost my car. And I was like, what's that? He was like, called the cops like 3-4 times. Lost my car. I was like, call him back. I found it. I was like, it's in the middle of the quad, and you're not going to like the way it looks. And he was like, what does that even mean? I was like, have you really not seen it? He was like, no. I was like, I mean, it's in the middle of the quad. You're going to see it. But call the cops back because everybody has found that thing. He was like, he got mad. Like, he got upset. He walked over, like, straight from where we were, right over to it, saw it, and just, like, cold shoulder to every single human after practice. Like, he was not happy about it. And it was from that and then the flooding. I think it was, like, that day, literally the compound. I was like, I can't. This shit's not worth it anymore. This shit's not worth it. That guy, he almost, like, you could tell it really hurt his soul that we did that. Not we. Well,
That's it.
I didn't do it. If I took credit, they'd get pissed off. Somebody else took credit for it, actually, and they got their push. They got their room push. So I don't want to take credit for it. I did not do it because it was genius. Everybody. I mean, that was the first one where everybody walked out and was just like so happy. Like everybody on the team was genuinely happy. They didn't know whose car it was because it was wrapped so thick. They just knew that it was a car.
Jeez.
He knew it was an SUV. Like that is definitely an SUV, but we can't tell you which one it is. It was amazing, but somebody took credit for it on their social media, and it was seen on somebody else's social media, not mine. No. I did. I fucking, as soon as I heard that what was brewing, I immediately went up to bed. I was like, I'm out of here. But that guy ended up getting garbage can.
Yeah, you got to pay the price.
When that was over, it was over. The garbage canning was over, and then he took credit, and then it was a wild scene, man. It was a lot of drama. I'm telling you, it was a lot of drama. That's why I don't do the games. That's why
prank wars escalate quickly.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why people enjoy them too. Like, I don't like the look over the shoulder situation. Like Justin Bieber offended a lot of people with that little joke of his.
Yeah.
Why though? Why is anybody offended by Justin Bieber saying they're fake pregnant? Who cares?
It's a fucking April Fool's Day, you know? Don't be a rube. See it coming.
Come on, guys. Have some respect for the fetus, all right?
And for yourself. Oh, you're talking about Justin Bieber?
Yeah.
What fetus? It's a fake fetus. It's an April Fool's fetus.
Yeah, I mean, it's a metaphorical fetus. Come on. Have some respect.
No, it's not. It was a joke of a fetus.
It's a joking metaphorical fetus. I mean, this is 2019. This is normal.
He was trending #1 on Twitter for people bashing him for it. We live in a bad society.
Yeah.
Tough. It's tough.
I bet you're enjoying this show. You know, you did your research on this show and knew it was going to be good whenever you clicked on it. With the description that Ty put together, it read as clear as day, this is going to be a good one. Let me tell you about a site that does the same exact thing for your betting habits and your betting decisions. It's the Action Network.
Oh, let's go.
The Action Network is an in-depth, informative sports gambling website that not only lets you know why you should bet on something, but how much you should be betting on something. They track sharp money, which is where all the smart people who have been gambling for decades and decades and decades and decades and made a living off it, where their money's going. They tell you trends. They tell you where you want to be and how the house will win. They'll also write deep, in-depth reports about why you should feel confident in your pick. This player does this on certain nights. This guy does this on certain nights. This team wears this particular set of uniform when they travel to this city, and they tend to do this. All these things are found at Action Network. And right now at Action Network, you can follow along with all of us in all of our decision making. Like Todd McComas right now, he's been treating the Action Network as if it's his private detective job. He's been reading through everything, and he's on a heater. Follow Todd McComas. I like to go with the gut. How are people going to be feeling? Like Michigan State right now, I honestly believe that yell-at situation where the whole world came down on Izzo, his team decided to rally around him, and that's the reason why they're probably going to win this whole goddamn thing, because the whole team is coming together for one cause, and that is one man, and that is the coach to the Izzo.
To the Izzo.
Not guilty, y'all got to feel me. That's the rest of those words to that particular song. Coach Izzo probably doesn't know that because Coach Izzo loves basketball.
Oh, Yeller.
Go to http://getaction.app/Pat and track me today.
Track it.
That is http://getaction.app/Pat today. http://getaction.app/Pat. Follow me. I only pick the heaters. You guys know that. And I might not be as active as some people, but when I pop up in there, hey,
Take it.
hey, Carson Edwards, green light, cuzzy. We going. Action. http://getaction.app/Pat. Today. Those two people out there protesting circumcision, like, hey, how about the bottles in Indianapolis? Can you fucking put, hey, how about this? One day, you two, instead of setting up these 5, foreskin signs, can we just get some fucking Indianapolis pothole signs? Like, how about you guys just start switching things? Like, let's just start working for everybody here.
There are so many real issues to be upset about and waste your time and energy on.
Seriously.
What did they say? Not your body, not your right, or something like that?
Something along those lines.
I think it was like, not your body, not your right. It said on the sign. The baby that you conceived and gave birth to. Like, get your the fuck out. You know what? Are bedtimes a no-go? Like, can we not do bedtimes anymore? Because it's not my body, not my right.
Not your room, not your choice.
Oh, wow.
I'll tell you what. Not a bad little... I respect what these little young motherfuckers are cooking up. It's just like nothing can happen to them. Like, listen, you can't do that to me. No way. You don't... Oh, you're saying I did wrong? No, you did wrong for saying I did wrong. Because I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do. Because it's not your body. It's not your right. That's a good way to just cook. I don't have kids now all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, my kid should know that if I want to clip the tip of your penis off with garden shears, I'm going to do it.
You're going to be a terrible dad.
Yeah, maybe.
Garden shears.
He'll thank me down the line.
All right, so we had a pretty wild fucking day.
Yeah.
Wild day. We drove with Baron Corbin from Hershey to D.C. The highlights of that conversation: Baron Corbin, kayfabe, real life Tom Pestock, offensive lineman for the Indianapolis Colts. We were rookies together. Then he went to the Arizona Cardinals, and then he went to Orlando. Anyways, he and I are very close friends. Not very close. We are close friends, though. Close friends. And he's one of the most hated guys in WWE right now. I think that is, I could say that. But
Real heat.
I think he's actually
Got
hated.
real heat.
A 6-year-old in Hershey, I think, told him to go fuck himself. Actual words. A 6-year-old was like, fuck this guy. He's hated by everybody, which is good for WWE, by the way. But he's an old friend of mine, so I put some real questions out there for him. That'll be at the end of the show. Other things happen in the world. How about, and I don't even want to get into it, because this guy was the face of consistency, wasn't he?
Yeah.
The face of consistency, and then he went on a vacation to South Beach. Then something happened. The sun was too close to the equator. Something happened, and he started getting on the wrong escalators that were just going out of buildings with clear signs. He started leaving multi-$1,000 items just in random restaurants and then forgetting them. He started doing all of these things, and then for this 9-day road trip, Road to WrestleMania, he decided to do a 10-hour bender right before it, which was only ahead of a 12-hour bender the night before that. So 22-hour bender, basically coming into
Almost
a
a whole day.
9-day trip whenever his videos are massive. They're a pretty big part of the
Big
whole
part of the operation.
They're the reason why we're going on the trip.
Yeah.
But you know what? Hey, we got big 9 days coming. I'm going to show up fucked up, drunk. I'm going to sober up on the first flight to Charlotte, hopefully. Not enough. And then on maybe that second one and go to work. And he's been great ever since. We just thought it was a wild decision. And by we, I mean me. And I was like, wild decision. I pounded him. I'm going to send him home. I was like, what the fuck are we doing? I'm going on a road trip for 9 days expecting you to be at full strength. Here you are coming in after 20. But you know what saved him?
What's that?
I could see it go through his entire body. And this guy I'm talking about is Evan Fox. I could see his entire body come back to life when Michigan State beat Duke.
It was awesome.
Was it not
It
unbelievable?
was incredible.
He could barely talk. He became the ugliest human amongst our group, which is hard to do because he's the best looking guy probably in Indianapolis. And when he showed up after that 22-hour fucking bender, he looked like a meth head, didn't he?
Yeah,
Ty,
he did.
You saw him. We looked him right in the eye. This guy looked like a fucking meth head.
Yeah, bags under his eyes down to his jaw.
I was like, yo,
nice.
pick it up, bro. Like, hey, tie those things up to your fucking eyeballs. That's where you're supposed to be. And you're only 23 years old. What did you say to me? His voice was so deep because he was screaming, I think, the entire night. He might have been at fucking Ultra down there in Miami. He might have been down there.
no.
It sounded as if he might have been
It's a
down
spot.
there. Well, he was, it's Miami. He would have maybe goes
Miami
back
Fox.
and double Dutches the triple stamp.
Miami 2.0.
This fucking guy. So Michigan State beats Duke, though, and all of a sudden he's a whole new animal. He's back, and it makes sense. There's no way that Zion should be out of the tournament right now.
I mean, that was Tom Izzo. It was Izzo. Coach Izzo.
Hey, Izzo's a great coach, huh? How about the entire thing, the entire storyline, us included, because it fucked over the second half over,
Yeah.
was about how Tom Izzo's coaching doesn't match up with the current climate of sport. And here we are saying that Izzo outcoached fucking Coach K, right? I mean, you have 3 McDonald's All-Americans versus a couple guys from Michigan State. You have what people are saying is the greatest college basketball prospect in the history of college basketball on one team, and he's not even the number 1 prospect on the team. Another guy named R.J. Barrett's on that team. And then you have 5 guys on the other side. And somehow Coach K just gets completely outcoached by Coach Izzo, and this is the guy whose coaching style wasn't good enough for our thing. I think this is quite a reality check for society here, this whole thing. I believe Coach Izzo proved a lot of people wrong. A lot of people were rooting for him to fail after that.
Yeah, probably.
The yelling.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people were like, oh, he could have chose a different method to coach. This is not a good look for Tom Izzo. And then here he is in the fucking Final Four, and Michigan State fans get to be happy whenever they say, go green.
Go white.
Racist shit like that.
Yikes.
Yeah, everywhere. You can't just be screaming, go white everywhere. Michigan State's got to feel good about your chances.
Yeah, Texas Tech looks like a really good team.
They are.
They got to play Texas Tech. But Connor brought up a great point. This is in Minneapolis, Big Ten country. A lot of fans from MSU will travel for that. Texas Tech, they haven't been there in a while, so I assume they'll travel, right?
Patrick Mahomes will be there, though.
Patty Mahomes will definitely be there. I saw him tweet it.
Watch
Well,
out,
Cliff
Top Golf.
maybe too.
Well, if Cliff Kingsbury goes, I mean, they got no shot. I mean, that guy, Cliff Kingsbury, not very good at Texas Tech, but he was a first-round draft pick in the NFL. I mean, he got plucked out of a college system to go. I mean, that guy got called up early, so he's a Texas Tech rep. The only thing Michigan State could hope to answer with is Evan Foxy.
The fact that you actually said, like, I didn't come to life until after they won that game is actually the most true thing ever. And
Everything I
didn't
said
know-
was true. I just want to let it be known.
Yeah.
Everything they said there was true.
It is very true.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
true.
yeah,
Very
yeah,
true.
yeah. But you got a shot of adrenaline there.
So much he had a nice cold beer at the bar this morning.
Yeah, this morning ordered a beer at like 10 a.m., 11
Who would do
a.m.
Not true.
something
That
like
part not true. That part
It
not
was
true.
Monday morning, Fox.
It was unbelievable.
I didn't know it was that noticeable how alive I became though.
Yeah, you woke
Oh, yeah.
up. You came back to life. It was a big moment because nobody on earth thought it was going to happen.
Yeah, no one on earth thought it was
How
gonna
did they
happen.
lose?
Kenny Goins was the guy that made the go-ahead shot, walk on, and was guarding Zion the whole time. So kind of a cool little story there.
I think Zion's going to be better when he gets out of Coach K's system.
I agree, actually. He'll be better in the
I'm
NBA.
excited for him to go to the NBA and them just kind of let him learn his game. Colin Cowherd said that he would trade right now LeBron for Zion. Well, by the way, not a bad thing because LeBron's not playing, so Zion would at least play. I mean, at least you're picking something up there. Yeah. LeBron getting benched for the rest of the season. I'll be excited to see how he bounces back. He literally chose to take a mental vacation this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a complete mental vacation. LeBron just decided to, you know what? I'm in Los Angeles. When we started with this team, I thought maybe we're going to be good this year. You know, we brought in a couple people that I had in my history. They're like, hey, Lance Stevenson plays good defense against me. Maybe we'll be able to take a shot this year since we didn't land any other big names. We'll bring in old Rondo. He'll do some shit. Lonzo's Ball's dad. We'll tell him to shut the fuck up.
Yep.
This is what LeBron said at the beginning of the season. We're going to be a good team. I'm going to be able to put this team on my back. I'm going to be able to enjoy myself. Now, he was coming from Cleveland. He had done this in Miami before. Had Dwayne Wade on the team, though, who wanted to very much win right now. And Bosch. It was a decision to go there, and we're going to win now. It wasn't a question mark, which L.A. was. It was a question. First time ever, people were very questionable of, hey, if LeBron does it with this team, he is unbelievable. They've said it every year he goes, by the way. Outside of the Miami teams, they said he gets out to L.A., though, after living in Cleveland for a year. Okay? And I love Dog Pound. But when you go to LA, you literally get there and you're like, man, this place is fucking unbelievable. The weather is perfect every single day. It is a perfect day outside. You know how when you go outside and there's a little bit of sun, you're like, oh, this feels good. Like, oh, I feel like this. It's every single day. You know, whenever the rain comes and there's like snow, you're like, oh, you know what? Want to cuddle up, kind of watch a movie, maybe take a nap. That's what you say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that... LA, that is, I love naps. I'm a cuddle up guy. But as soon as that sun comes up, I'm probably going outside to do something. LA is a vacation every single day of your life. LeBron gets there. They start to suck. They're not winning. He looks in every one of their eyes in the locker room and goes, nope, we ain't got it this year. He starts hammering wine, hammering tequila, and just decides, you know what? I've been working my ass off for like the last 13 years. This one's just going to be for me. I'm going to take a break this year. I'm going to show up drunk to games. I'm going to play drunk. It's going to be an LA Fitness-like motherfucking game. I am going to play drunk a couple games. And then next year, coming off this big break, I think the NBA is in trouble. This guy is taking an actual break for the first time in a long time.
I'll say this. I'm usually the last person to stick up for this guy. It probably deserves a break, right?
that's
What is
what I'm
it?
saying.
8 straight finals?
Well, and not even that. 75 different TV shows that he has executive produced.
Yep.
Not on the internet. On NBC, CBS, HBO, this guy has shows on there everywhere. This guy does everything. Built a school.
Oh, yeah. Built a school.
A lot of question on the money, where the money
shoes
came
on.
from.
There it is.
A lot of
Interesting.
There it
of
is.
questions on the money, but at least, hey, good vision though. It's still his vision to do it. This guy's been great for a long time. He saw that he was going to suck. He's like, hey, listen, I'll win you guys next year. I'm just going to take this one off. I think he's drunk. I think he's drunk just like it's a vacation for you and I, and I think he's just enjoying
You
it.
think this offseason is AA?
I think there's a chance he has to check into something slow down. No, he'll disappear. He'll go to 0 Braun 30 or whatever the fuck it is.
Zero Braun AA.
Yeah, in the offseason, he'll be like, listen, you guys all saw me during the regular season. That was my offseason. Now I got to get back into actual basketball playing games where I can't just let a ball roll down the court completely and just roll out of bounds.
that shit.
Or roll down the court, pick it up about halfway through a quarter, full shot clock out there, and just without even looking for anybody else, as soon as I pick it up, just huck it up a fucking brick, or maybe just stand in the corner, act like I'm going to hit a fade on a guy, throw up an air ball, or shoot an air ball at a free throw, because I'm the world's greatest basketball player. I'm going to shoot a free throw air ball because this is LA Fitness, and I don't give a fuck right now. I'm on vacation. And that's what he's doing. But I think Zion's going to come in and win over a lot of people in ESPN. I think Zion's going to win over ESPN, which LeBron has had as his everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, his back pocket.
absolutely.
That one guy's made an entire career traveling around.
Windy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He
Brian.
made an entire career.
Windhorse.
But now Zion's a shiny new toy. This
Yeah.
guy he's 280 pounds. He can hit his head off the backboard. Zion's going to help the NBA a lot.
I'm happy the ladies are not like bringing him down anymore.
Oh, yeah. You mean like when he Snapchats him and stuff?
Yeah, no new ones have come out since the last couple.
That's a shame. He's not going to trust anybody forever. Zion Williamson is not going to be able to. This is like fucking.
No one can anymore.
I don't think anybody can. If you ever plan on being anything, you can't. But this is like the child star syndrome thing,
Right.
with Zion.
Folly.
Though.
Yes.
But this is the internet version of it because he's been famous for so long. He can't do anything. What, he texted a girl like come over or something, and
Yeah.
she screenshot it, and some dude was like, "Oh, got him." It's like, not really. I don't think you got him at all. He's an 18-year-old kid who's a star, and he's in college, and I'm gonna guess he was attempting to have sexual relations.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I was
Yeah,
probably
he
gonna
was.
guess that he did have sexual relations.
What? Love, though.
love.
He's looking for love.
Yes. Of course.
I would assume Zion's looking for love, just like everybody is. But he can't even do that anymore. It's unbelievable. Yep. I'd bet that this is the best podcast we've ever done. That's what I would do. And if I was going to bet that, I'd bet it at one site and one site alone. That's mybookie.ag. You can gamble on everything there. NCAA basketball, Final Four is happening. Go ahead and bet on Michigan State. We told you that earlier. Go read Action Network. We told you that earlier. They're probably going to go. Go ahead and bet on them. You want to bet on hockey? Go ahead and bet on hockey. How is hockey, Nick?
Hockey's the best, Pat.
That's hockey talk. Bet on hockey. You can bet on politics, reality TV. You can bet on anything at mybookie.ag, and that's why it's the greatest sports gambling site on earth. You use promo code PAT right now, you get a 50% bonus on your first deposit up to $1,000. Yep. 50% bonus. Hello. That's like hitting a scratch off and winning 50% of the money you put in the first place. All the way up to $1,000. Congratulations, you're already a winner. Go to Action Network, read up on it. Boom, you're winning more. Follow me at http:// get action.
/
Pat. Mybookie.ag. mybookie.ag. Promo code PAT. 50% bonus on your first deposit. Let's go. These companies keep us in business. We hope you choose to do your business with these companies. We thank you so much. Let's have a goddamn day. It is 1:02, by the way. The show isn't over. We record the ads at the end. Ty is going to be up until fucking 5:36 a.m. doing this.
Yeah, don't expect the podcast to be coming out at 3:30.
Let's all send Ty some T's and P's today. Okay, let's send him some T's and P's. And go bet at my bookie. Cheers.
How about Duke, though? Just cashing in with Zion for a year. Like, they benefited so much more.
They made him likable. Duke is now likable.
True.
So maybe to a younger recruit, maybe the next Zion, whoever the number one is, instead of going straight to Calipari, who just signed a lifetime contract, respect. Respect.
I see no way that could go wrong.
Well, yeah, this is like the, I don't want to say Jim Tressel. Maybe like Jim Tressel. Was Jim Tressel forced out because of tattoos?
I think so.
So it's not like the Jim
That played a
Tressel.
role, yeah.
It's not like the Jim Tressel then. It's like Joe Paterno. This is like Joe Paterno. But it wasn't, yeah, but without the Sandusky. It was like he refused to stop coaching.
Exactly.
Like, what if Calipari just refuses to stop at some point?
Right.
Maybe he's got like 7, 8 different scandals underneath his belt at this point, and it's not that big of a deal anymore, though. So it's just a couple game suspensions. And he's like, "Yeah, I still want to coach. You guys signed a deal. I did too. Lifetime, bro. Till death do us part."
I'm not fucking leaving.
Good for him getting that deal. Coach K, I understand he's well revered and his teams have always been damn good, and he's the most successful basketball coach aside from that guy from UConn women's basketball team. I understand all that stuff, but I feel like you got Zion Williamson on your team playing against a bunch of Evan Foxys out there. You cannot lose. You cannot lose that
I
game.
agree.
You
I
should
think
get
you're
the-
onto something with this. I
Was,
really do.
Was Zion off? Like, did he have a bad game?
No.
No, I
No.
mean, I think Izzo just outcoached him. Like it comes down to Izzo.
That's
having
tough for
Fred.
Coach
Nick was the
K.
one that said this too. Zion, in the 3 games they lost this year, didn't touch the ball in the last minute, and that's all coaching, in my opinion.
You know who this reminds? Oh boy, neighbors just banged on the thing. They're not happy.
That's probably WWE people, to be honest, flooding in.
Oh yeah, they could be arriving right
Yeah,
now.
that's definitely.
They will be able to show. Floor 2, ain't nobody down here. This ain't this. This is me and the roadies. They're good people, though.
Great people.
Purdue's coach,
Painter.
Carson Edwards, had one of the most ridiculous basketball games I've ever seen at any level. NBA, Harlem Globetrotters, and one basketball, high school basketball, NCAA. That was some of the most impressive basketball I've ever seen. And then for some reason, Matt Painter decided for like a couple of series to take the ball out of his hands and throw it down inside, like slow the game down. It's like, yo, I don't know if you've ever seen the video game, Coach Painter, but when that motherfucking fires on the ball, you can throw that shit up from anywhere. Carson could have threw that thing up from anywhere. He was hitting step back NBA threes that looked like we're getting blocked. He hit a bank. He hit a bank at one point.
Yeah,
like
that's when you know.
Bank was open.
Do you know how wild a miss a bank is? That is a wild miss. Way too strong, way too off, and that fell. As soon as that happens, Coach Painter should have been like, all right, so we're going to run. We're just going to go ahead and get you other 4 guys. Just go ahead and stand off to the fucking side. Carson, do whatever you got to do, because that was an incredible run. A lot of people said he made a lot of money. I'd assume so. I assume that's how people make money, right? He's have a big March Madness.
Oh yeah, it was like
Huge.
it was a Steph Curry-esque run. Like Curry blew up in March when he got big. Really, he didn't have a big.
He was the first player since Steph Curry to win most outstanding player of like his region for a losing team. So like that hasn't happened in close to 10 years or something.
2008, I think.
And he is just a baller. Straight ice cold killer, that guy. He just had that look, and his people were joking with him too, which I respect. He seems like he's pretty cool, calm, understood the situation. But man, I've never felt that way on a basketball court before. Like that has to be a lot of fun when you can just fucking close your eyes and just huck that thing, and it's gonna fall. That has to be a cool feeling for you.
Absolutely.
Good for him, man. Ryan Klein. Nice little run for the kid.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice little run for the kid. I enjoyed watching Purdue.
Yeah, they had a fun team.
I got a couple Purdue people because I tweeted about it. They were like, "Oh, you're gonna be a bandwagon fan?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess, man. I don't know. I don't watch college basketball. I'm really impressed by Purdue. I got a lot of people that follow me that I think are Purdue fans as well. So I'm gonna definitely let them know that hey, what I just saw was fucking awesome. That was an awesome game.
Right.
Hey man, do you want me to root for your team or not? All right.
No, but it's not even about that. He came right after my fanhood. Like that real question was like, yeah, I'm not. Like, listen, I'm gonna let you know right now. I wish I could crawl through this goddamn Twitter. 0 characters. Actually, let's make it 2 characters. You and me. I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna say, yeah, dog. Like I'm a WVU fan. I don't know how to tell you this. Coach Bob Huggins got like 8-9 DUIs. Real fucking G, and they used to win a lot until this last year. And that's where I went to school. I'm a WVU fan, but I'll tell you what. Purdue, congratulations! You just became number 2. I'll tell you that.
Fun team to watch.
You're a fun team to watch.
Here.
But I'll tell you what: if IU makes a run next year, guess what?
Guess what?
Hey, if IU and Purdue make a run next year, guess what?
Hey.
I'm a fan of both teams. Hey, let's go! I like the state of Indiana being happy,
There you go.
but I like good basketball. What Carson Edwards was doing was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I liked him a lot, man. Dan Dockich, big fan of their team too. I heard him hyping him up. If we go back to his interview on this show, how did he do?
Yale miss. I know that.
That was number 1. I think everybody got a lot wrong, right? This was a great year for the book.
Yeah.
Brandon Lang just got crushed, says Ty, who just checked the stat sheet. That's very good. I feel like there was a lot of losing gamblers this year in March Madness.
I think so.
Is that a standard thing?
I mean, it's tough to be a winner in March. That happens every year. Everyone, oh, my bracket's busted.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about that, though. I'm talking about like sports gambling.
Well, I think that's the thing is that every year people are looking to bet on that underdog and see who's going to win. But this year it was all chalk. I mean, it was high seeds going.
Not really, and then everything changed here at the end.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. At the Elite Eight. Yeah.
So it literally ran how they thought it was going to run. And then when all the big money's on the line for like hey, by the way, as a guy who thinks the student human athletes should be student human, let's figure out some way to be paid athletes. That's a real shame that the Duke isn't in and that the ratings might not be as high. It's a real shame that Zion can't bring an
real
extra
shame.
10, 15 million viewers just strictly because because the student humans that are competing, they won the game fair and square. So it's a real shame that 15, 20, maybe 30 million less people will be watching for the TBSs.
They had a chance to have Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky, and Michigan State all in there. And they only got
You
Michigan
just
State.
threw Michigan State in there?
Yeah, it's an elite program. They only got one of them.
Zion doesn't come back next year. Right?
What's he got? Another month or two of classes? Does he have to ride that out?
No. You're done. See you later. What are we talking about?
I don't know. I don't know the NBA draft rules. Like, does he actually have to show up for classes?
No. Ben Simmons went to, I think, 3 classes at LSU.
Yeah.
I can't knock him, man. As soon as that football season was over, that was done. As soon as I was declared eligible for that Senior Bowl, they were like, maybe you take this last semester and you graduate? Maybe. Or maybe not. They were all so nice. All of my counselors that I went through, because there was different counselors for communications and then for this sociology school and all these things. Man, they were all so nice and they tried so hard. They did. They all tried so hard to motivate me to go to all these classes. I just don't know how people do it. I don't know how people do the classes. We met a guy at the airport who was an architect. He went to 9 years of schooling to be an architect that he is, and then 3 years of internship or something like that. 12 years of learning how to do something.
My God.
Could you imagine being that committed? That would be awesome. I don't even know how I'd be a pianist for sure.
Yeah.
I would know. I would fucking be a pianist for sure. Because you got to study it for a long time before you get good. I would be pianisting all over town. I'd guitar too, probably, if I had that type of thing. But how do you stay committed? We need them. Obviously, we need people that can do that. I just don't understand their brains that can do it. Zito, he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know we're talking about architects. Imagine somebody who is a Zito of the friend group, but he went to 12 years of schooling to become a professional something.
Smart Zeet.
What's that?
A smart Zeet.
Smart Zeet, heel Zeet, pun Zeet, regular Zeet,
Road trip.
Zeet.
Oh, yeah.
Zito.
I have MPD.
Multiple personality disorder.
Yep. That's it.
Did you watch one Dr. Phil clip on Instagram?
I did. It was very good, though.
That's really what it sounded like. It sounded like you watched a Dr. Phil. By the way, Dr. Phil's on Instagram. He doesn't pay us to say this. You should follow him.
He's on Instagram now?
Yeah, Dr. Phil's on Instagram. He did April Phil's Day today. Oh. Which, by the way, I am in on. April Phil's Days, because CFO Phil could get in on April Phil's Days. And I'm all about April Fool's Days. April Fool's Days were out. I'm in on April Fool's Days. Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's a crazy thing. Just out of nowhere in 2019, a famous rapper just gets gunned down right in front of his store.
There was a shooting at his funeral,
No way.
and a couple people got hit by cars trying to flee. Yeah, I just read about it.
That's insane. Okay, we just talked about people that can study for 12 hours or for 12 years to do something. Think about the people that can just show up at a funeral with a gun and just I'm going to go shoot somebody for sure. I'm going to go shoot somebody for sure.
I'm guessing it was, I'm almost positive it's gang-related violence, just because he was big trying to find a way to make their community safer. I think I saw a tweet that said he was supposed to meet with some legislators the next day to talk about cleaning up the area and.
Oh man,
yeah, it's too bad.
Terrible.
I saw a video on Instagram Live. I sent it to you guys. It was some.
Oh yeah, the guy who said he did it.
Yeah, I have no idea if that's true or not. We got in DC very late, so I got to actually watch the entire Nipsey Hussle press almost go through all the way through the night. And there was this one IG Live video that started where old Guzzy was just yelling at the camera saying he just did it and he's on the run. I'll be excited to see if it's that guy or if that becomes a thing. That's very dumb, by the way. If you millennials just start taking credit for murders and stuff like you're a terrorist group, what the fuck are you guys doing?
It's this April Fool's Day stuff.
Oh, you're saying...
Nah, it was before April Fool's Day.
No, it was
wasn't
March 31st.
No, I'm the same situation, though. How April Fool's Day has slowly decided to be terrible. People have decided, you know what, maybe when people die, I'll go ahead and take credit for it. Get some clout.
Oh, my God. That's what terrorist groups used to do.
Yes.
Literally.
Yeah.
Terrorist groups used to do that. That makes sense, though. I can't believe it happened, though. He seemed to be tight with everybody. Everybody I followed had some sort of connection with Nipsey Hussle, and it was that's insane to me. That's very crazy to me. Good for him. I mean, not good for him that he died, but good for him living a life that really affected people. That's something awesome, man. You know? That's sad, though.
I didn't know about him. I like to like study up on artists and stuff because I wasn't a huge fan of him, but like he was, I guess, like real tech savvy and was like opening up a stem cell center and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
Really?
super smart.
He was way beyond just the music.
He was
World
at
lost
that-
a good guy.
He was at that Texas Tech game too, the night before, cheering on Texas Tech when they cut down the nets.
Well, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. I never met him, but people that I have met that have met him say nothing but great things. So I wish I would have, man. Rest in peace. Anything else happened in the world? I don't think so.
Just Tiger,
Oh, Tiger's back, by the way.
that little underneath the bushes.
Yeah, he takes a knee, inverted wedge underneath the bushes. By the way, I enjoyed calling the golf. Some people started tweeting McAfee for Masters.
Oh,
I mean, I didn't not look at him and go, oh, you know what I mean?
I can't.
Oh, now that would be a good time if they had me in like a booger mobile rolling around that golf course,
a golf cart.
just rolling around. Not golf cart. If they had me like on my own little booger mobile.
Unfortunately, I think that's one we're not going to get.
No, we're making golf relatable.
Maybe even just do like a par 5 with Pat.
What happened? They just let a lady in Augusta, right?
Yeah,
like a
like
couple
2
years
years
ago.
ago. And it was like fucking Omarosa or something. Like,
Condoleezza
Yeah,
Rice,
yeah.
Omarosa.
And
What a golf!
I knew it was a well-esteemed black lady. One of the two.
It was 2 years ago. They just let a lady in there, though.
Yeah. They still don't like the Tiger plays there.
Could you imagine if I was fucking rolling around on a booger mobile?
Just
and they-
fucking ruining like the fairway and shit like that.
Picture wearing like a visor, just a nice visor.
Oh, PGA would be so mad.
I see you like pulling up next to the caddy and the golfer. Just excuse
not-
me, Mr. Woods.
Hey, so let's remember things whenever we tweet them. Let's not be outrageous. You know,
That would be awesome though.
maybe we do be outrageous then. There was people saying McAfee for 2020 there. Whenever we walked out on the Capitol. Just know this. I'm not the right guy to be in the politic world. I learned that today very much. The amount of paperwork that's happening. Remember what I just said about all those counselors trying to talk me to go to classes? That's every day is over here. He's working his ass off. Congressman Anthony Gonzalez is working his ass off over there, and his staff is working their ass off. There's a lot to be read here. It's crazy that nothing really happens in D.C. Nothing ever really happens. It's always normally just negative drama. There's a lot of reading and writing that happens. It's like a fucking. It's literally just like
Couldn't last a day.
who you?
Oh yeah.
I think you'd be a great door guy.
Oh, great door guy, but reading like 30-page papers? No way.
Yeah, that would go past your
30
desk.
pages, that's a lot.
30. I don't
It
think
is.
it's 30 pages. I think it was like 48, 50.
He showed a stack that was like 30. And I was like, I could not do that.
It's like a whole magazine.
Yeah. You read a whole magazine?
I could.
Ugh.
You never used to read like Sports Illustrated
did
for
you just-
kids?
Pictures.
Yeah,
It's
I looked at the pictures.
disgusted at the thought of 30 pages.
You gotta sit there, think about it.
Do you scroll through your Twitter often today?
No, pictures. If there's a picture there, I'll see it. I'll stop.
Big time.
I like it.
Big time Instagram guy.
Yeah, there's pictures there too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah. Zeta, you're special, man. It's a lot of work though. Political world is a crazy one. So let's not push that. But anything else? I mean, let's get me into Masters. That'd be a good time.
Yeah.
Get me on a hoverboard out there, maybe just rolling around. Oh, that'd be a
Take
good
you
idea,
riding
wouldn't it?
dirty.
Great idea.
Give me like big wheel one, maybe gas.
The whole hoverboard, hovercraft thing has not been integrated
As
into our
much.
society as it should have by
So
now.
that hoverboard, it's like everybody on Earth turned against it. Like news people were they're blowing up.
They were catching fire. Yeah.
How many? Like one out of a.
No, there was more than a few.
That's the only ones you saw though.
See, I don't. It's just like planes that you hear about. Like there's thousands of planes taking off right now at this moment. There's literally 1,000 planes taking off. You won't hear about any of them successfully landing, but the PR turned against those hoverboards.
Well, it's Big Scooter. You see what happened?
Every
Every street corner now.
It sounds biased.
Because Mike Tyson takes a spill on that thing. That's front headline news everywhere. Is how dangerous these scooters are. Then you got parents looking at it like at their little white kid. They're like, Mike Tyson can't even stand on it. You uncoordinated fucking kid. You can't stand on it.
Scooter
and there's
lobby.
a chance. And there's a chance this thing's going to catch on fire. What a good PR spin by the scooter lobby.
Much better than the hoverboard lobby.
But the hoverboards are awesome. I mean, I ride one on
Oh yeah.
on a pretty regular basis.
Maybe we could. Bubba Watson has like a hover golf cart. Maybe they could just outfit
is
you
sick.
in that thing. You can like fucking go right over like the water and shit on it. It's
Maybe,
pretty cool.
and I get like a Top Gun helmet.
Yep.
And like,
Maverick.
I mean, I come in hot. Like,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? I'm flying, Don. They're like, yeah, oh, Don. They're about to, like, they have to take a break, and maybe there's even like a sound that goes off, like. He and his hovercraft are coming down fairway 8 now, and everybody just kind of clears the way. Yeah, and it's like a slalom. It's a slalom, and if I hit every slalom, money is donated. Now we're talking about.
There we go.
So now it turns into a action-packed hovercraft race, random races, and golf. Now we're talking about action and precision.
For charity.
For charity,
At the
for the
very-
kids.
For the kids.
Minimum absolute least, maybe like a fan boat out on the water.
Ooh.
Yeah, and give me a little path,
booze
like a little
cruise.
track.
Yeah.
And maybe if there's an island, like for instance TPC, I do laps around a thing. Like it's if it's a putt course, and I have like a big stick that I just drive around, and like whenever they tee off, they got to time it up, or I'm a fucking whack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you, clown. That's me on the fucking hovercraft. Look at us fixing golf like this.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I mean, you can call us if you want. 317-867-5309. Give it a call. We will love to come fix golf for you. WrestleMania's coming up this weekend.
Let's go.
Three women were arrested at Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
I can't believe they get arrested like that.
Pandemonium.
Do you think?
What was their bail?
Hey, if I'm in my full wrestling garb, like, hey, cops, maybe like put on a T-shirt. You know, like I'm going to jail.
Yeah, cover up a little.
That's a good point.
Now, granted, I did get arrested with no T-shirt, so maybe that's why I'm so like you need a T-shirt for jail. For
T-shirt
sure.
to wear.
Speaking of getting arrested, when we were at the airport, this girl walks by us and looks at Pat and goes, "Oh, hey, that's the don't get arrested guy." Just had to get that in there.
How did you remember that?
It's either she or our friend probably had a T-shirt.
Yeah,
or-
she goes, my cousin has a shirt with his face on it. Says, don't get arrested.
There it is. That's marketing for us, by the way. My mugshot.
I think Zito was insinuating, though, that Foxy was still in a blackout drunk coma.
Oh, which you were, by the way, 22-hour bender. That's a shame. Anything else happen?
What was the name of that city? Cum City?
Oh, to come, Tom?
To come on.
Yo, come down.
Yeah, yo.
Yo, come town. To come on.
It was close.
Yo, come to town. It was a great time. I mean, I'm enjoying this a lot. Ty's not going to get to bed till at least 4 a.m., which is, it's 12:47 right now. Neighbors are banging on the thing. I assume we've kept some very important people up. And we're the bad guys. But you know what the Roadhawks are? Rebels.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, without a cause.
There's possibly the RV got towed. We left it out there.
Blinkers are on, though. You leave the blinkers on, it's basically like you're just coming back. And they don't know.
Turn the blinkers off.
You're the dumbest.
All our stuff's gone.
That's on me. I was thinking electricity, trying to save it, generator.
We're trying to have heater
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
We're trying to have
I was
heater.
going to
Yeah,
say,
try and have
that's
you
you guys' home for the night, so you better.
Home for the night. Week.
Well, I'm just saying, you got no beds if you're not sleeping in there tonight.
Exactly.
All these nights of living in a rat-infested, crooked, condemnable fucking house have paid off because Zito and Connor are sleeping in a RV for this entire week with zero heat, and the weather has decided to drop below freezing every night thus far. Also, WrestleMania is supposed to be very cold.
Yeah. Yep.
So that kind of interrupts what the costume I had at Macy's was going to go for. So now we're in a real
Bunkles. Shit.
Crossroads.
crossroads.
Yeah. At a real crossroads.
There's a
Combustion.
Crisis?
No, there's a.
Kerfluffle.
That's what I was going to say.
Is that the word?
Sounds right.
That sounds awesome.
Kerfuffle is a commotion or a fuss.
There it is.
There it is.
Don't be
There we
fussing.
go.
It is going to cause.
A kerfuffle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know where I was headed with that. Pretty vitamin up. But you guys are living with no heat. Oh, my WrestleMania shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have no idea what I'm going to do. If for anything you don't watch, let's say you don't watch WrestleMania, watch the pre-show because you're going to see me in a terrible position. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a terrible position, and it's going to be live. And I'm going to be standing on the WrestleMania stage. I'm not on the set. They don't have me on the set. They have me on the stage. So I'm standing on the stage in the middle of MetLife Stadium in a bad spot.
Yeah, come on, you're a Roadhawk. You'll roll with the punches.
Hey, you know what? Hey,
Yeah.
was I on the speaker's balcony today? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
think
were.
so.
Without sleeves.
Without sleeves. Was I in some mega mansion that had like 45 statues tonight?
Let me check. Yup.
Man, I can handle a little live TV in a terrible fucking god-awful spot. God-awful. I can handle that.
You ate a slice of pizza with an entire bottle of hot sauce on it. I think you'll be fine. Okay.
A lot of hot
By the
sauce.
way,
Liked it.
I am on a keto diet, but there was pizza there, and it was the only thing we could eat literally for like a few hours. I was dying. Buffalo sauce on pizza, even if you have pepperoni on it and just a regular, if you just add buffalo sauce to any pizza, that was delicious. I've never had that before.
For sure.
All right, that's it for us. Shout out. Something just got edited out because Connor's an idiot. If you can guess the exact words that Connor said right there, we'll give you $1,000 to the Pat McAfee Show store. That's hashtag Endgang, hashtag Endgame. What did Connor say that we had to edit out right there? It is 1 a.m. Things are getting loose. But this conversation you're about to hear from me and an old friend of mine, the most hated man in the WWE, Baron Corbin. I think you're going to enjoy it.
I'm just gonna follow him.
So what were you saying? There's a little kid. What?
Oh, there's a 6-year-old. Just
Yeah.
like I've never seen a kid more distraught than whenever your music hit.
I do that to a lot of people. I had one. There was a lady in the front who had no teeth tonight that was really screaming at me.
Do you get spit on? Do they spit on you from yelling?
Ooh, I don't get that close. We just did West Virginia yesterday. You know all about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good people.
No.
Yeah.
I think it was in West Virginia. One of my favorite things ever from a live event was this old man was giving me the double bird.
Okay.
I'm talking 85 years old.
Okay.
Double bird, and his wife was in a wheelchair.
Okay.
He was wearing overalls. His wife was holding the back of his overalls like this with both hands, and he's trying to get through the chairs to me at the rail, and it's pulling her along in the wheelchair. I could not stop laughing.
So he was like an ox.
Yes. He knocked over like 3 chairs trying to get to me, and his wife was just holding on in his overalls, rolling around in a wheelchair. It's phenomenal.
How's it going back there, boys?
You got everything tied down or what? Come on. Just make sure my Xbox and stuff doesn't fall. I don't want to cry on camera.
Oh, you got your Xbox?
Always. I do a little streaming, dude.
Tell you what, pretty tight here.
We stream on Mixer.
I just held my breath right there. Didn't think we were making it through.
Did you? Don't you have your Apple Watch like measure stuff? No. It's
Yeah,
horrible.
it was just talking shit to me earlier, actually.
Yeah.
How I didn't walk enough today.
You should throw it in the trash.
Why?
Because it's just not cool.
This is cool.
No, just because you put a gold bracelet on it doesn't make it cool.
I can text somebody just by talking like I'm a secret agent, bro.
No.
Yeah. So you became GM.
Yeah.
You were dressed up. You
Yep.
had that thing.
Yeah.
And you leave the GM ship.
I got fired.
Well, I mean, I think they kind of ran you out of town there.
Well, nope. Yep. I just got fired. It was a fun moment while it lasted though, because I was in the ring with Vince, Stephanie, Shane, and Hunter. Like it
That's
doesn't get any
the
bigger.
four then.
Yeah, it doesn't get any bigger. I have a picture of it. It's phenomenal. And the craziest part was like, you know, we're gonna go out there and say what we're gonna say, and the crowd was so loud at booing me and chanting to fire me that we couldn't even say anything. Like it was crazy.
So everything, you were supposed to get fired quicker, but because the crowd was so loud.
it was supposed to be just a whole thing, and for 7 or 8 minutes, it was just deafening boos.
Yeah, you were hated. Man.
That's why he fired me.
Do you love being hated?
I do.
It
It's
seems
fun.
like you
But
enjoy it.
So now, oh great, now we're
boy.
gonna crash.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Don't crash into my rental car.
Oh, I mean the RV. Watch.
I told you, I got a hat in the back seat. That's all I carry in that car. Just got it. You know how hard it is to travel with cool hats?
It is
For
very.
Hall of Fame.
It is very difficult.
It is.
Hey, we were just talking about your entrance music.
It's awesome, right?
Hey, that's a heater.
Right.
That song is a heater.
Tommy Vex, Bad Wolves. That's who sent it. My buddy.
Were you a part of the producing of that?
Yes, very hands-on.
I thought so because you had another song, Not So Great.
Yes,
And then
it was like a generic track. And then
you give the bird call to a friend.
Well, they tried to do like 3 or 4 more songs, and the best part was like Vince hated them all too, and it was so scary because I remember one time Vince was messing with me. I was on the stage and they played the track, and I heard it, and I was like, "This is so bad. It's not funny." I was like, absolutely horrible. Vince turns around and goes, "Do you like it?" And I go, "And he goes, "I love it." And I go, "It's okay." Like immediately flipped because I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "I'm just messing with you." And I was like, "Oh, thank God." Like I was about to start crying. That would have been horrible.
What if you would have been stuck with that forever?
It would have been so bad. So bad.
Just miserable guy in a 3-piece suit, hated by everybody with terrible music.
Yeah, that's all bad. But I think that, like, I need my music for a pump up. Like, I love good music, so.
Right?
No.
That's pretty much spot on.
It's not even close, but we'll go with it. You gotta learn the lyrics.
What
Have
are
you
they?
worn my shirt yet?
Oh, somebody go into my bag.
You can't wear it right now.
Yeah.
No, I want a major outlet. Like, I want you to be on USA wearing it.
This is a major outlet.
This is not a major outlet.
Look at this. This is a
These
major
are
outlet.
GoPros.
No free ads. They are GoPros. Please, in the top of my thing, open up the big
Did
one.
you buy it or did you get it for free?
I bought it.
You lie! I see it on your face. You
I
lie.
bought it, dude. I did not. Did I not buy that, Cito?
You did buy it.
I bought it.
In cash.
Are you lying? Where'd you buy it in cash?
Huh?
Where'd you buy it in cash?
It was at an event. It was right
They
there.
don't sell it at the event.
Yeah. They did the one I went to.
No.
It was. Yeah.
I hate you.
I did buy one. I bought a shirt and a hoodie.
Really?
I have a hoodie and a shirt. I didn't buy either of them, but yeah, I got both.
You got one.
We had to
That's how you snake out of a bet.
We had to make the hoodie, by the way. I bought.
They sell my hoodie.
No, but they didn't have it quick enough. I wanted to wear it for this. I completely forgot. And they couldn't make it fast enough. So I made it. I made it myself.
You did not. You can't draw.
I just plucked yours off of the site and put it on the thing. I'm in the merch biz.
Oh yeah, you are.
I'm in the merch biz.
You are a little bit.
I'm in the merch. I saw you wearing your shirt tonight.
I did.
Trying to sell some?
Yeah. Kind of make some money. Us guys that everybody hates, we don't do real good.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
T-shirt sales.
Because you never wear them on Raw.
No, but also, if you hate somebody, why would you buy their T-shirt?
Well, I think people hate people before they love them. Right? All the
Sometimes.
big guys used to be big time heels, right? The Rock was a heel for a long
sure.
time.
But I think times changed a little bit, and I mean, I've been hated for like 5 years now.
Yeah, but I think you're really starting to find your groove in the hated world right now.
Yeah, I'm as deep as you can go almost.
Excuse me. Can you grab the wheel? Can you grab the wheel, bro?
You're fine.
Hoodie's gonna be a little bit more. Can you grab the wheel?
I mean, you're doing like 25 and a 50.
Bro, it's the Greyhawk.
Where did you get this thing?
It's the wrong side. I need to be at a red light. I need to be.
Just put it on.
And you're already drifting into this fucking Camry. I can already see it. Are you not driving anymore?
You just said no. Did you cut the sleeves off of it?
Yeah. Sure. What do you think this is?
Okay, we're getting up to a green light. There you go. Look at you.
I'll tell you what, that was quite a panicking moment.
Maybe one day you'll fill that out.
We're going.
You're not going to stop at this light.
By the way, huh?
It looks good. Looks good.
I feel good about what we're doing here.
You do?
Yeah, look at this.
I mean, you look great.
Look at this. I mean, you kind of forced me into it, but...
You lost the bet. It's fair and square.
When you travel on the road, what's something you do?
Play video games.
All the time?
No, I mean, I keep to a pretty similar schedule every week. You know, it's land, find a breakfast place after the flight, eat breakfast, go to the gym, go find food for the rest of the day, and usually got to get to the show. That's like a typical Friday, and then based on how long the flight was and the travel, I'll either drive that night after the show, or I'll go to the hotel and play video games till 2 or 3 in the morning because we stream.
The suites.
The suites, that's right. I go around the world and go to like mausoleums and stuff, like old churches where the walls are all just bones. I've gone to Guatemala and Belize and gone through these caves. It's really cool. It's a fun trip. You and your fiance. I know we won't take any helicopters or have dinner next to a waterfall, but we can go do some really fun stuff in Belize. Scuba diving is amazing.
Yeah, it was second largest coral reef in the world.
Yeah. Have you been there?
I won a geography bowl 8th grade with that question.
Really?
Shout out me.
8th grade geography?
Yeah, I got the bowl and everything.
Got into West Virginia after that? All the way downhill?
Valedictorian, basically.
No, not in college.
Yeah, valedictorian. No, I was terrible in school. So do you seek out places?
Yeah, I've got an app and a book and everything.
It's like, yo, creepy sites here.
Yeah.
That's
Sure.
really what it does?
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's fun. That's what I do on the road. I find those kind of weird things. Or, I mean, we've done 2 episodes on .com or Yahoo, or not Yahoo, YouTube of me going ghost hunting.
Did you find anything?
Me and Breeze had some good experiences in this little, it's like a little bar in Seattle.
We're taking on quite a headwind.
How far have you been driving this?
Just got in.
Oh, yeah? So you just drove in. How far was the drive from Indy?
They drove for 8 hours.
You flew?
Yeah.
What a dick.
2 drove, 4 flew.
Oh, that's worse. I thought this was like a bonding experience for all of you guys.
Well, the one guy almost got sent back home, actually.
Oh, it's been a day. You want to send somebody home?
Well, he almost didn't even make it here. We had a layover in Charlotte.
Okay.
Almost sent him home from Charlotte.
Why?
You went on a 10-hour bender yesterday, showed up just fucking miserable. Terrible, looked like dog shit.
How are
He's
you
drawing
ever...
that plane. He's drawing that car.
That's fine, but how are you ever going to knock
Judge?
somebody for that?
I know. It was very difficult, but he has to edit everything. So like he has to be up literally all night editing. So
Okay.
he, like out of everybody in the group, he's the only one that can't be doing that.
Okay.
And he was a cool guy in Broad Ripple.
When they...
He felt real cool in Broad Ripple.
Really? That's
Yeah.
where he was hitting it?
Yeah. 10-hour bender yesterday.
Do you remember the bar we used to always go to when I was there?
Out
in
to
Indy? Yeah. And do you remember all the times that we went in there and because they don't reserve seats, and
Nope.
so they would always reserve tables for us when we went. It was like 8 of us. We always went there every time we went out.
It's very nice of them.
And everybody knew that we were somebody but couldn't figure it out because we were all rookies.
Correct.
So the game was who can get away with the best story of what they do.
Yep.
And I think Josh Matthews was his name. He's told a girl that he won a $10,000 lottery ticket. And
Scratch off. Yep.
Scratch off had been living off of it for 5 years.
Yep.
That one was good.
Saved his money.
Yeah.
He said, I hit a scratch off. I spent a little
Yeah.
early, but I've stretched it for 5 years.
Yep.
Great play.
I think you had one. You were a nursing school dropout and
Yep.
became a fry cook at Denny's or
Computer salesman.
there was
And
another-
also
there was a lot
line
of good ones.
chef.
Line chef.
Thank you. At St. Elmo's.
We had another good one. I think I got away with one that I was a amateur hockey goalie for a little while.
Indy Fuel.
Yep. Yep.
By the way, you would have been a good goalie.
All right. I take up a lot of space.
Not as much as you used to.
No. Ooh,
Hey, I was
big
telling
boy.
them, your body transformation has been pretty impressive.
It's crazy, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So you have to, like, really-
330 pounds, man. 330 pounds. When I left Arizona, I was 334. Now I'm about 270. So the only issue I've run into, why I have to be so careful, is like I was so big for so long that it stretches your skin out, man. So if I get too small, my skin just is not good.
You have to get that surgery.
And I went and looked, and they said that it's not bad enough to ever need it. Like,
so
I'm right,
you
I'm
don't
like-
look terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much weight will you lose, or is this where you'll stay?
I'd like to go down another 10.
Is it a challenge every time?
No, it's finding what works. I think that's the challenge. Like, unfortunately, I think I've screwed my body up with it over the years of like playing football. I had to eat all those carbs, and then I was having to get like 10,000 calories a day. So you're eating like mozzarella sticks and pizza and stuff like that to try to get the extra calories to gain all that weight. So now, like, if I eat carbs, my body's like, oh yeah, it's go time. Like, let's get big again. And it goes real quick. So I just kind of have to figure out where my balance is.
There's a Camaro coming in hot. Sorry about that, boys.
It's not a Camaro.
Pontiac.
It's a Pontiac Sunfire, yeah.
The front looks similar, though. Does Vince like you?
Loves me. I think. I mean, Vince is a man's man, and if he kind of messes with you, I think it means he likes you. Like, he's almost hurt me before, where like I wasn't paying attention and he body checked me, and I almost went into this mirror, and he was gone before I could even turn around. But I was ready to fight. Like, I turned around legit ready to fight, and I could just hear him laughing on the other side of the curtain. And then other times, I was standing around one time with my shirt off, and he just walked up and slapped me in the back as hard as he could. I turned around ready to fight too, and he's just laughing.
How do you guys handle that? Like, chops hurt very bad, right?
Yeah.
Chairs to the back hurt very bad.
They
right?
don't feel good.
It's insane.
I don't like anything with that smacking sensation.
Me neither.
I just don't like it. And so I hate being chopped.
Will people chop you just to fuck with you?
No, because I'll ding them a good one, and like, I'm not going to play games. It's just me.
Is there a lot of that in the ring?
Sometimes. I mean, you got to be out there having fun. It's still a competition, but you got to have fun. You know, you're still wanting everybody in the crowd to love every second of it. So it's not necessarily a game, but you definitely got to enjoy
Protect
it.
yourself.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't like getting hit with a chair either, because it gives that smacking sensation.
Do you feel bad giving a chair?
Not at all.
No. Of course not. Love it.
No, yes. But I never ever throw chops because I don't like being chopped.
That's what I was. That's
But
what
I will hit somebody with a chair.
Are you swinging for the fences with that thing?
Depends on who's at the other end. If it's you I'm swinging at, it's going to be a lot harder than if I'm swinging at somebody else.
I really thought you were going to say maybe pull up on me.
No.
I thought you were going to say
I want you to have the full experience.
Oh, you're such a good guy.
Exactly. I mean, I'm thinking of you when I'm hitting you as hard as I can.
Man. Yo, come town. No way. Yo, come town?
There you go.
Hey,
when you
there's
get
no other guy
introduced-
I'd like to drive through Yo, come town.
Right?
That's you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I feel like if you ever get in the ring, that's where you should be billed from.
From Yo, come.
There you go. Get it. Get it.
I'm open. Get the.
Did you get it?
It's going to have to be quick. Look at that. Perfect. I think there's another one coming.
Maybe.
Yo, come town.
Yeah.
Most signs I've ever seen in my life.
Get billed from this city.
Standing at 6'1", 245 pounds, fresh out of Yo, come town.
Get it?
Yep.
There you go, kid. Look at you go.
Hey, multitask. I'm a big fan of Yo, come town.
I can tell.
You think that's how it's pronounced too?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
You wouldn't lie to me.
Never. We've been friends a long time.
We should have stopped in Yo, come town.
Stop and get a drink?
Yeah. No, like, yeah, wherever you want. But we should have stopped in Yo, come town.
You're driving.
I'd like to go back to Yo, come town. You just want to air it out, man?
No.
Just act like you're on Dr. Phil right now. Let's talk about it.
Dr. Phil went to my high school.
What?
Yeah.
Do you know him?
I met him. I have a picture with him.
You see, that's what we should talk about more often.
Dr. Phil and I went to the same high school.
Yeah.
He gave my graduation speech.
What? I bet you it was awesome.
I don't remember.
Don't you disrespect Dr. Phil like that.
I'm just saying.